Hello! Welcome in here to the Thursday edition of the Short Morning Sports Stream. And back at it after a weird day yesterday. And, I'll explain a little bit more about that in case you didn't catch all the action on Twitter. But back here in NBA 2K16 nonetheless. And let's see here. Where did we leave off? I think a game on the road against the Jazz. So, on to it.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
We have started the big countdown, and the hour is almost here. But before we celebrate at midnight, we welcome you to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, Happy New Year!
This is very exciting.
Yes.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Utah Jazz at their home, Energy Solutions Arena. And for Utah, these guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight.
Where you at,
Well, if you want to describe the two teams going at it tonight, they are fresh, young, and hungry. Kenny, how hard is it for these two coaches to get their guys to play consistently?
I mean, experience is probably the most valuable tool in the NBA, and that inexperience makes it hard. You know, it's a teaching tool. You got to yell a lot, start pulling your hair out. That's why I'm bald, because I was pulling my hair out, to some of my younger players that I play with. But it's important to reinforce that. Tough love.
Yeah, you can't let the young guys get too high or too low. Both teams are making excellent progress. Should be a good fight tonight, Ernie.
Fresh, young, and hungry. That would be fresh, young, and hungry.
That's right.
Great movie.
I need a sandwich right now.
Yeah.
Which one of those is Kevin Harlan?
Let's see if that's working.
But let's check in with him.
He's probably hungry.
Nope, still not working. Nothing like a little technical difficulties here. If I can't get it to work, then it's no big deal. I can move on without that. Alright, well, move on with that then. Yeah, so, weird day yesterday. If you missed it on Twitter, it started off in the morning, because I ended up missing the morning sports stream, because all of a sudden there were, like, several loud pops, and then the power went off. So something, I heard various things from one of the poles caught fire, basically something transformer wire-wise just blew, basically. In a nutshell, something went boom. So I was without power for most of the morning. Actually, really all morning until the afternoon. And then the power came on about 1 o'clock-ish, right as I was eating lunch. I was like, oh, great. I can get in afternoon stream. So I get on, no problems.
Outside, George.
Start streaming some Overwatch competitive mode, get about an hour into the stream, and all of a sudden, there's another loud pop, and the power goes off again. Came right back on, but when I looked outside, I didn't realize that they were still working on the lines, because they were out there for about an hour right before it came on again in the afternoon, but then they had left. I guess they must have had to go back and get something. I also noticed there were more trucks there before. There was only one truck over there prior to the power coming back on. And then when I looked out there again after the second pop there that cut the afternoon stream off,
I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one.
There were like three trucks out there.
Here's Hill. Draymond Green with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often.
So they must have needed reinforcements and had to go back and get some other supplies. So instead of risking it, I would have ended up being fine because the power never went back off again, but it's one of those things where I had no idea of telling that ahead of time because, like I said, I noticed they were still out there working on whatever the problem was. So I decided to play it safe and just cancel the rest of the stream while they fixed the problem. Luckily, it seems to be fixed. Crossing my fingers. Hoping that it's fixed now. I haven't seen the trucks back out there this morning.
And a miss there on the triple.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And the foul called on.
Oops.
That is his first foul of the game.
So yeah, it was definitely an interesting day yesterday.
Just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And now
I don't know what the problem was. I never heard what the problem was. Or at least for sure what the problem was. All I know is something popped.
He said, quote, no matter where he is on the floor, he is a threat to score because he can get into the lane whenever he wants. We'll just have to try and get the ball out of his hands on the
I had to
offensive end.
miss the morning stream yesterday and then most of the afternoon stream thanks to that. And come back strong today. Have a good end to the week. And then, who knows, maybe a bonus one over the weekend.
It with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
So here's Burks.
But then just get set and ready for next week.
Now Hill. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score.
6 on the shot clock. And George kicks to Moore.
Boom!
His lead pass, and he throws it down.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
Nothing like a little power outage yesterday. Just kind of threw a wrench in the plan. That's just one of those things where it's like, maybe it's just not my day to stream. Maybe it's a sign that, you know what, you just you don't want you to be streaming today. I don't know why, but
to see numbers for Burks. He's putting up about 8 points a game.
That's one of those not my day kind of things.
And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library, he lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
So
but that's
Utah
okay.
Ends up going with a new group.
Things happen like that.
New group in now for Indiana. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Turner.
One of those once in once in every like 1,000 or something like that. It's very well, maybe more than that.
9 points last game out.
Definitely one of those not very high odds of that happening for a while.
And a wide open look for Freak. Again, Indiana.
Oh, at least I hope not. If it does, man, there's a serious problem with that, with transformer or the wires or that whole whatever it was.
Now here is Young.
They probably would have to replace it with 2 no's.
Stevenson outside. Young with
and I'm sure they really don't want to do that. That doesn't sound like much fun. But I guess it is their job.
Right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Young against Adams. Back to Moore. Lynn the pass to Moore. Adams outside.
Bounce in. There we go.
Bouncing goes in.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table.
Although in the
5 straight baskets,
craziness that was,
the
whole power situation, the day got even crazier at night when the news broke that Dwayne Wade is leaving Miami to come home to Chicago.
That allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Here's Lynn. Following the bucket by the Jazz.
I got the alert from ESPN on my phone.
So
I about had a heart attack.
Can't get it to fall, and he's
not really, but you know.
Making his first. Jazz
I was just like so shocked that what I was reading is actually true.
Arnold passes to Zeller. He dishes it to Stevenson.
Like, well, it's not April Fool's Day.
Here's Wiles. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
It's like a blast, like,
Wow,
whoa.
on that one shouldn't be much debate there.
I'm glad to see him come and probably finish out his career in Chicago.
Utah shooting their first free throws of the game right now. Free throws good, Lyle.
I've been wanting to see him in a Bulls uniform for years.
He hits both from the stripe.
It'll be an interesting lineup, that's for sure. Now with
Pacers leading by 9.
Rondo,
now 8 seconds separate.
Wade, and Butler.
More dishes to Adams. Indiana moving it around. Stolen.
Whoa, well.
And now Young running the floor all by himself. That's good. Young's got his second basket of the game.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out and transition.
That's good.
And we always
It's
talk
definitely
about making your teammate
gonna
better.
put
That
Hoiberg
assist
to the
was
test.
right on target.
You know, his offensive style, very much athletic, running gun in that. But, you know, that comes into factor with, you know, Wade and Butler and Rondo. Also, very strong shooters are usually a big part of that. And all those guys are mediocre three-point shooters. They're not exactly the type of knockout shooters that are part of that Hoiberg offense. But the reason I say it's going to put them to the test is that good NBA coaches, and good coaches in general, any level, are able to work with the personnel they have and win with it. They can make adjustments. They know how to make adjustments.
Just absolutely terrific.
Boy, that kind of timely passing, Greg, really fun to watch.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Moore in at power forward. Ellis is out there with Hill. Then it's Paul George, and it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You know, he can be a little hesitant.
So yes, while the players in that don't all necessarily fit into his system,
now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last
and you know, he may have to,
he ended up with
you know, change things. Well, he will have to change things up. Whether or not he does it successfully is really going to determine whether or not he's fit to coach, especially in the NBA.
Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
And George gets to Moore. Just 2 to shoot. A shot good on the assist.
2 is all I need.
George has got 3 assists tonight.
So yeah, it's going to put his coaching ability to the test. If he can successfully win with this roster, come up with a new offensive scheme to better fit this team than what he has. I know he wants to run his offense, but he'll need to change it up to better accommodate the roster. If he can do that successfully, then he's got some promise to be at least a good NBA coach.
It's tipped.
Whoops, that was a little slow. I wanted to pass that in a little harder.
Got the lead up to 13 now for the Pacers. See the league's best. Number 1, the Pacers.
Kevin, I've always said shooting percentage individually and for a team is a function of the kinds of shots you get. This team leads the league in shooting percentage because 1, they have good shooters, but 2, they take high-quality shots. They're a very disciplined group.
And I should clarify, I don't think I really said. Well, yeah, I kind of did. You know, with the shooting aspect, Rondo, Butler, and Wade are good shooters from mid-range in that. It's their three-point game that struggles sometimes, and well, not sometimes. They're as I mentioned, very average to mediocre three-point shooters, and a lot in Hoiberg's offense. Usually, the guys around that he has running that offense are excellent three-point shooters.
Ellis outside, out left to the wing. Here's Moore, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
I mean, already hot coming into the game.
I mean, guys that would really fit Hoiberg's system perfectly would be pretty much the Golden State Warriors roster. At least Steph Curry, guys like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. You know, looking at other players around the league, Kyle Korver. You know, Kevin Durant's a decent three-point shooter. Trying to think, J.R. Smith. You know, guys like that who are outstanding and top-notch three-point shooters are guys that are usually the ones running this offense, or the guys that Hoiberg would ideally like to have running this offense.
From converting in close.
Burks the pass to Ellis. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Ellis,
but that's not the way it goes.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some.
You know, he's got himself a roster of guys that are known to be, you know, kind of ball stoppers. It's not the constant motion that he's going to be looking for, or ideally looking for. Guys who, you know, a lot of times run a lot of isolation plays with Butler and Rondo and Wade. Rondo's a great ball mover, and he sees the floor very well, which kind of fits into Hoiberg's system. But guys like Butler and Wade, who may slow things down and may not be running, gunning.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely.
Kind of don't really fit into the mold.
I don't want us taking shots with hands in our faces. Move the ball.
But maybe this, I mean, the Bulls front office still has clearly no idea what they're doing, because at first they're saying we want to go young and athletic, and then they sign some of these veterans like Rondo and Wade, and then it seems like they're heading in the opposite direction. So it really isn't clear what the plan is exactly. I'd still like to see that front office change. Someone bringing in that really has a clear vision on what they want to do. Or at least one that you can understand why they would make this moves. I guess really, I mean, you bring in a great leader like Wade, maybe to help some of these younger guys, maybe buy yourself some time to get, you know, get a playoff berth and develop some of the younger guys. I could see that option. It's just that, you know, I wish they would state that, or make it a little bit more clear on what exactly they want to do.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
But nevertheless, I'm glad to see that we actually brought in some high-profile free agents. There for a while, it didn't seem like we'd ever be able to do that.
Putting on display lately has been terrific. And of course, Detroit, 7.5 games behind.
I think for the Pacers, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
But it's nice to actually see some high-profile guys. Yeah, sure. You know, there are high-profile guys that are probably on the back end of their careers. Or, well, I should say are on the back end of their careers. But maybe a draw to get some other big free agents. You know, there's a huge free agent class next year. And with the cap space raising, they have the opportunity to get at least one max contract player. Just taking that in another step.
Is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Now, here is Young, following the miss by Freak. From the arc. Another miss by Stevenson. Lynn with it. Adams in the corner. Here's Moore.
Splash.
Moore's got 19 points.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous.
Oh, be
length,
patient
he
on
can just
offense.
rise
Ooh,
up and
man,
get
I'm dropping my
separation for the
coaching
three.
grade there.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Pacers lead by 14. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Energy.
So yeah, but
Arena
it's
in
nice
Salt
to
Lake
see
City.
some of these big names, you know, coming in, and it's nice to see Dwayne Wade at least for a few years play in a Bulls uniform, kind of that homecoming, coming back to Chicago. And I mean, he was on live with Ripa this morning, or however you say her last name. Anyway, saying this morning in an interview that yeah, he's glad he finally, you know, gets to fulfill that childhood dream of playing for the Bulls. So it's nice to see him come back home to Chicago, and I look forward to seeing him play in a Bulls uniform. But definitely, if the Bulls cannot make the playoffs with this roster, I'm not looking at them to win the championship, because that's probably not going to happen. In fact, I know that's not going to happen, because you've got the powerhouse Warriors lurking, and as long as they stay healthy, they're probably going to win the championship next year. But if they can't make the Bulls can't make the playoffs in the Eastern Conference, you know, even if they go out in the first round in that, but
they get the rebound. Green.
If they miss out, then maybe, just maybe, this is the swan song for Gar Forman and John Paxson, and Gar Pax will finally be dealt with.
Pass to Moore. Good in the
And honestly, I think this is kind of what's going on with them right now. While it kind of doesn't seem clear in vision, grabbing guys like Rondo and Wade, I think it's them honestly trying to save their jobs.
And you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
It's one of those things, like, you know, a person who is in their final moments. You know they're in their final moments, but they're trying to scrap and do everything they possibly can to stay alive. But knowing ultimately that they're probably doomed, that kind of seems to be what's going on here with Gar Forman and John Paxson. This is their final moments, that they know they have to do something.
Moore dishes to Turner.
Nice.
Turner's got his second bucket of the night.
Another bucket added to the lead.
This is kind of their final breath.
In every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it on the road. That's special.
And here we have a rundown of the players you don't want on
their
you when
last
you're putting up a
stand.
shot. The leaders Freak.
And guys, as
Be
the
a good
month
way
has
to put it.
unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Last stand perk in Call of Duty.
Third quarter here.
You have a chance to still do something before you die.
Now here's Burke.
Try to do whatever you can, cause a little bit of damage.
Green up on top. Here's Burks. And he sinks the shot coming off a strong pick.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first four here in the third.
To the paint, here's Moore. Played in with a nice touch off the
Yeah,
back.
that's kind of a good way to compare it.
Well, if
The
you're
last
gonna
stand
give them
perk.
layups, there's no way you're gonna get
Going
back
down, more than likely
Ellis
going to
outside.
eventually be respawning. Eventually
Now
die.
here's Burke. He's guarded by Hill. Here's the floater. They
Ah,
it
get
back.
that out of here! Block
Now the
party!
Pacers moving it up. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for
But,
a
you know, you
three-point
still
play.
have that,
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific.
those-
really impressed.
that
with
little
their
bit of-
offensive execution.
You know, the
Oh,
defense,
wow.
Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Stoudemire's
Try that
checked in
again.
for Indiana. Now here's Burks.
You're in last
Taking a look at
stand.
the
You're
scoring
going
numbers
down.
right now,
You're
averages
going to
about 9 points a
eventually
game. Here's Hawes.
be losing that life,
It's
but
good.
you have
It's just that
one
time
last
from Burks.
chance
And you can
to
see
at
he
least
just
do a
caught
little
glimpse
something,
of
whether
the
it's
open
picking
man
up
on
a
the
kill
perimeter and
or
immediately got him the basketball.
distracting an enemy long enough for your team to
There's the pick.
capture
The
whatever
drive by
point
Hill.
and do what they need to.
No luck. The
I
Jazz
jumped too
go
early
the
on
other way
that.
with it, fresh from a win against Portland.
But
And
doing
Kevin,
whatever
you know,
you
they
can in
showed
that
how
final
important
moment
it is to have
to try to
a
make a
strong
difference
bench. I mean,
before
when you are on
the screen
road,
goes
that
black.
depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Now here's Moore. He's got 23. George gets a screen from Moore. Ellis kicks to Moore. And that
Oh!
one is right through.
And those are the kinds of plays that
Wow.
are just killing them right now.
Powerhouse dunk. Woo! That one
Here's
felt
Burke.
good.
Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And the wide open shot from Green. Traps in the tray.
All right, gave him a little too much room on that one.
Trey Burke.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside.
So, definitely going to be an interesting season, that's for sure.
Really been pulling his weight.
Especially, seeing how it plays out in the final results
Yeah, in every
and
way,
see
I
if
think
this
he's doing a much
is
better job, and the
truly the
numbers
last
certainly
stand
support
for
that.
Foreman
On
and
the changes
Paxson.
now for Indiana. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Ellis. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Hill.
Man, that is a
That's
missed opportunity right there.
Yeah,
And
that
he'll be the
was.
first to tell you, Greg, that's one
I
he
hesitate
should
a
have
little
knocked
too
down.
much on that shot.
Gets it to Zeller. Nobody near Stevenson. Gets to the corner and buries it. Stevenson's got his first 2 points. Pacers leading by 16.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Freak sets a screen.
Take
for
the
Lin.
screen.
And the pass to Stoudemire.
Oh,
Way up
Stoudemire.
Well, he
Extra
gets it in
pass,
close,
extra
but
pass.
You have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Now here's Stevenson. Amari Stoudemire missing his last shot. 6 on the shot clock. Unloads. That's short off the rim.
Take that.
I
Don't
love
even
the
have to jump for that
anticipation
one.
defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Lin kicks to Moore. He feeds it to Stoudemire. Pass to Miles. His first shot coming late. Jump shot is good that time.
All right.
And the
Take
Pacers
that.
lead by 18. Utah's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Arnold passes to Zeller. Picked by Zeller. Right wing. Arnold defended by Lin. Some solid defense there from Lin. Pacers leading by 18.
What do you mean C- on run the offense through me? I think I did a pretty good job.
The assist from Lin. And that's now 9 points for Paul George. Arnold.
I feel with the amount of rebounds I've been grabbing, I'd have more than 8. Oh, nice.
And here we go.
I'll get out of the way. George can have that one.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read
No!
of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't really looking forward all that much to basketball season again, because it's like, this is really probably going to be a tank year. You know, just going to scrap on by, maybe sneak in on the ace seed in the Eastern Conference, but more than likely we're going to be drafting up in the lottery. Now it's have a chance to get a pretty decent seed. Not saying we're going to be 1 or 2. Could maybe see anywhere from, you know,
Pacers leading by
4 seed or lower.
Look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the 4th quarter. Moore, he's in at the 4 spot. George Hill out there with Ellis. Then it's Turner. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. Shot clock at 6. Ellis kicks to Moore. The shot is off. Great D that time from Green. Utah shooting.
Probably kick that out.
And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Utah. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Lyles, and it's Ellis in for Lance Stevenson. They set the screen. Burks' shot is good.
Nice shot.
Can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
To the inside, here's Moore. A shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Green with a screen on George.
Why did I not hit the X button there to steal that? To Burks. I had all day to take that one away.
To the middle.
Whoa.
And Green gets it to go.
Well,
all right, he got me on the fake.
Let him down. I mean,
I got confused.
But a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Outside, George. Moore against Green. Ellis dishes to Turner. Puts it up from 15.
Nice shot, Turner.
Indiana.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Dwayne Dedman.
Yep, getting a rest.
Jazz trail by 16.
Yeah, I think this one might be over.
Inside, reverses. He takes it up and lays it in. Lyles got 6 points in the quarter.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be
a lot of heavy pressure here.
And as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Ellis the pass to Hill. Moore outside. Hill sets the screen for Freak. Passes it to George. And there are the Pacers.
Nice.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack. But they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
Stevenson drives in. Here's Lyles. Moore with the block. And they'll keep possession. The feed to Stevenson.
Boy, I'm having a block party here in this one.
From deep three-point range. The rebound by Turner. Turner's
Whoops,
got 6
other way.
rebounds here tonight.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Here's Moore. That ball.
That's a
nice
splash.
that time from George. That's 29 points for Freak.
And guys, what we saw here tonight.
So let's see what else is. Well, I mean, in the gaming world, the big news from yesterday and really a big release was Pokemon Go, the mobile app, finally being released.
Paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2.
I'll admit, I downloaded it and I've been playing it. Tell you what, it made my morning walk
It's just a
a lot more entertaining.
And you can bet they'll take the same approach.
Came home with a pretty good haul after day 1 of the walk, using it on my walk.
You can set a tone with defense. And that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
He dishes it to George. The rebound by the Jazz.
So yeah, it's actually a fun little entertaining app. That's for sure. See myself having a lot of fun with that one. It's kind of cool walking, out walking about and then suddenly having a Pokemon pop up. It's like, finally gotta be like Pokemon in real life.
And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down.
It's funny seeing what, registers as kind of the Pokestops, the landmarks in that. The post office in my town is a gym. Found that hilarious.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Freak.
Go get my mail and take on a gym battle.
That was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game.
I can't imagine a player having a better night.
But yeah, it's a fun little app.
His shooting percentage was off.
Definitely, if you're a fan of Pokemon, I would recommend getting it.
He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
When Freak puts it all together, it's no contest to who the best player on the court is. He was outstanding tonight. His feel and understanding of the game were on display.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, Doc, I did get a little bit of overwatching yesterday for an hour, and I will be. I'll be playing it as part of the afternoon stream. This is just the morning sports stream. Short little 2 hours. Get my daily NBA 2K in. Loading. Loading is so fun. Yeah. I didn't think it was an hour either, and then I went to, export what I had done to YouTube up to the point that it got cut off, and yeah, it said it was an hour. And I think it just seems, because, with the competitive mode now, and the matches being extended a little bit more, you get so wrapped up in the match that you don't realize that you're playing that long. Bunch of quick hitters, and obviously that's why it's called quick play. But yeah, with kind of extended games in competitive mode, get so wrapped up in focusing and trying to win the objective that you don't realize it's taking a lot longer than what it usually is, or what it usually does. Not that that's a bad thing, because that's a good sign that you get wrapped up and you don't realize how much time has actually passed. Alright. Rinse and repeat. Gotta get that progress for the attribute upgrades. At least it's nice to find out you don't actually have to do the whole practice. No, I've said that plenty of times before. And I guess if you want the extra boost to it from completing the drills, then yeah, you want to go ahead and do it. But at this point, I'm good with just the upgrade. Still wish they would add, and maybe they will for 2K17, I don't know, but add other methods to get attribute upgrades. Like I said before, you know, getting some for winning the championship, winning the MVP. To me, that makes sense, but that may just be me. Do. Alright, I'm just gonna take this, do that. Or not. Alright, let's try that again. There it is. Little VC before I leave. Why not? Don't really need it, but it's an easy one to pick up. I really, honestly have no... I should pay attention to see how much these bonuses are actually worth. It's probably like 10 or something like that. Low numbers. Alright. Bring on the rivals. Still good, but while I'm here, I know Magic aren't direct rivals, but my game kind of are.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Bunch of hard-fought battles I've had against them in the past.
Smith, thanks for tuning in.
Developed that
You're
rivalry.
Watching the NBA on 2K Sport. In this game, we'll see the Indiana Pacers against the Orlando Magic. Orlando comes into this one following a loss to the Wizards at Verizon Center. They're hoping to pick up their first win of this season's series tonight. The last two times
Good
they
luck
faced
with
this
that.
squad, they could not get it done.
Oh, they could beat me.
One of the guys to
It's
watch
not out of the
tonight,
question.
Monte Ellis. Such an explosive player at times, really dangerous when the fourth
Ellis,
quarter rolls
AKA
around.
Baby
Shaq.
AI still has the speed.
I'm just
to
not gonna
force
make it
defenders
easy for
off
him.
of He's improved in the mid-range game also, but he can punish teams, especially if they disrespect him and give them space.
Or at least try not to make it easy for him.
The best thing that he can do is create for himself. That is a talent, to be able to get that many shots off at that.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Orlando Magic today. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game.
Ready to go.
Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Just off a road trip, the Pacers are back at home. Quite a story right now for these guys.
And there's a good start.
It's been a phenomenal stretch.
And nothing better than when you can
Only
fit
2 points I'll
the
score against them in the
system
first
and the
half.
talent. I mean, win after win, I tell you what this is telling me.
Sometimes that's the way these
This playing
matchups
with
go.
tremendous confidence.
Unstoppable right now, Greg. I mean, I don't know how long the streak's going to continue, But the important thing is that they're stacking up
Woo-hoo-hoo!
wins, and they seem to be
Got about the
getting
trailer.
better and better, which is scary for the rest of the league.
Now a chance, courtesy of
Hey,
Gatorade.
probably one of the best starts I've ever had against the Magic.
Starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Orlando. Gordon
Oh, that's
Vucevic
right.
together
They've
the
got
post.
Rudy Gay now.
Is out there with Lowry, and it's Gay.
That's really helped them.
And here we go. George heading to the hoop.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish
I forgot after the last time we played the Magic, they made that trade. Swapped Harris for Gay.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Gay in the corner. Back to Lowry. That one's off, still out of sync. Last timing for Indiana. They won that game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you
Okay.
is the balance they had
He
offensively.
went there.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean,
Oh, now they
the
finally have
was
some
basically
chance
stunned
to get some
with how
points
they were
here.
able to dismantle that
Yep, there we go.
Nice work to get
Shutout
this
can only last
and
for so
draw
long.
contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws. He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's more. 29 points for him last game against the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, but I thought the
Ooh,
shot
nice
blocking
inside feed.
was the real story. I mean, he was just everywhere. It got hard to keep track of all his rejections.
A slow start here for Orlando in this one. 7-point differential. Defeated by the Wizards in the
Alert
last game.
about
They'll
the
try to put
picture
that
that
one
Doug
behind them.
McDermott posted
And I think they could hold their heads high from that performance, you know, despite
showing
the
him,
final score
and really just a
being
post
what it
about
was.
him giving
I
up the
agree
number
with you. I mean,
3
it
for
was a
Dwayne
tough
Wade
game
to
played
have.
in a tough environment on the road, and they were in it right until the bitter end. So that's good stuff.
It's nice for him to do for free.
The Magic
Could have held it for ransom, like some guys do.
And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser,
Oh,
no doubt
my
about it.
goodness. I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Now here is Lowry. 14 points from him the last game against the Wizards in Washington.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals.
Oh,
on the night.
Turner.
Getting after it on both ends. Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pacers.
Follow up a good
You know what,
defensive
guys? It
stop
looks to
with
me
that.
like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's
That's
really
wrong button.
been about the balance that they've shown.
Now here's more. 7 points in the game. George, no good.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
And now they're starting to come back here.
More
Oh.
with the block.
Got him again.
Indiana leading by 4.
Probably just stop trying at this
It's up
point.
a 3. They grab their own miss. Turner, his shot
Nice
is good,
putback.
making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Oladipo goes in. Good work defensively by Turner.
Goes into
That's
4
terrific
white
defense
jerseys.
there. That's how you protect the rim.
They set the pick to the
I
inside.
really don't know what he was thinking on
And
that one.
fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Indiana shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And
Some changes for Indiana. C.J.
Swish,
Miles,
swish.
he's checked in for Paul George. Jordan Adams comes in for Monte Ellis. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Hill. Now here's Adams taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Pass to Mack. Pick by Zeller. Clock at 4.
oh, from facing one Zeller to the other.
From 11, and it's good off the back rim and in. Max
Cody
got
in
his
the
first
last
points
game.
of the game. Pacers leading by 6. Lynn kicks to Adams. There's the pick.
Oh!
Out to the right wing. Moore passes to Miles. Sinks the three-pointer.
Make that one extra pass.
Team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side.
Tanya learned that not a good idea to run into one of my screens.
After Indiana gets the three.
A lot of guys learn that lesson.
Mack dishes to Zeller. Moore with the block, and he recovers it. Indiana's gone 2 of 4.
Pushing it ahead here.
To start the game.
Nothing really there.
Lynn kicks to Moore. Adams outside. Here's Turner, and again it's Indiana.
Nice.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And guys, it hasn't just been.
How many blocks do I have now?
scoring.
3? Okay,
They're
that's
playing
not bad.
tremendous defense too.
I don't want us to take the shot.
3 in the first quarter. Actually, that's really good.
The ball, spread their defense, and get our shooters some clean looks. Tighten up.
And here we have a rundown of the players you don't want on you when you're putting up a shot. The leaders in blocks over the last month. Freak is second.
Hey, that's not bad at all.
An impressive number.
Take second.
My goodness, Kenny.
At least for
Humongous
now.
Impact on his team.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in.
Definitely got a lot better in the blocking aspect.
56 seconds left in the first. And Mack kicks to Zeller. Moore with the block. And
Number 4.
Here's Lynn. Second shot opportunity. And Freak with the layup. Moore's got 9.
And there are more points tacked
Boy.
on here to the early lead.
May get
And
a
it's a nice
triple-double
lead
in
as
this
well. I mean,
game.
it's no
Almost
mystery how they've
double-double
done it.
with blocks
They're
instead of
attacking the
rebounds.
Now here's Crowder. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Ah, Dedmon got in my way on that one.
24 seconds left in the first quarter.
I'm on pace right now for 12 blocks.
Lynn with it. Lynn gets a screen from Moore. Here's Dedmon. Zeller grabs
Not the shot I would have
Good
taken.
pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
And
Everybody's got to be a star.
See if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And quite a position here for the Pacers to be in. What do you guys think?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of
Yeah,
good
let's
looks
see
for
if
him,
they
Greg,
make
on
any type of
offense.
run here.
It's quality shots they're getting.
And so in the game
They
for the
can
Magic,
if we let
Corey
Hazonia take
Vucevic
wide open
together in the
three-pointers
post.
like that.
Lowry out there with Hazonia, and it's Gay in at the 3 spot. Pacers leading by 8.
Hazonia,
And a
however
chance
you
here to
say his
catch up
name.
with the 4th member of our crew, Doris.
Regardless,
Hi,
don't
Doris.
need to give him
Well,
open
Kev,
looks.
Freak in the last matchup against the Jazz really lit up the floor.
Oh.
Ended with 29 points.
Thought Lynn was gonna
Just
go
an
up for a
absolute
dunk there.
force inside on defense, batting away shots every second he was on the floor. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes
Nice.
supreme confidence can increase
Restart
your
him on.
stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
No good on
Oh,
the three. The Magic
heartbreaker.
trail by 10. Oladipo, the pass to Gay. Great defense that time from
Yep.
Ellis.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's
Back
an
we go.
extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
All back the
Well,
other
you know,
way.
He loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why
Exhausted
he does.
here, just running back and forth.
Vucevic dishes to Lowry.
Nothing's happening.
Lays it
Oh,
in
I
without an
just
inch
missed
of room
number
around
5
him.
there.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Vucevic
Wow.
with the block. Gay with
Nice
it, picked
block.
up by Ellis. Gay kicks to Vucevic. against Gordon. Nice D from Moore.
Why?
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and
Why
force.
would you even attempt
That's
that?
example number one of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Shaq'd in a fool.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Paul George. How his last have gone. Averaging about 11 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Solid numbers. The
Let's see
kind
if I
of
can get a
production
steal on the
we
inbounds.
expect. And
Thing
frankly,
I've done
he's
once
got
my
another
entire
level
career.
to take it to.
Yeah, he definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
Vucevic against Stoudemire, and it's Vucevic missing.
Yeah. Can handle that double team, can you?
Moore outside, pick up by Hill. Here's George, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. George has got 6 in the quarter.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Gay outside. And the dunk of a beauty.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick.
Come on.
and slick.
Nope, this
The
way.
D had no chance.
Yeah, he was one step ahead of him the
Whoa.
entire way.
And it's blocked by Gordon. Stoudemire
Move
set the
plenty
hook
on
for
that
George.
one. Whoa, that's a
Will not
fading
go. This is
three-pointer.
off the front iron.
Really a
The
leaner.
Magic trail by 12.
Necessary.
And Oladipo, here we go. Nobody near Gay. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry. And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Freak. First in scoring, first in rebounding, and of course, he's the #1 shot blocker in the league. Just an imposing presence inside.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Ouch.
Looking at
Okay,
his
well,
up
that
and
just
out
hit
for
me in the
Pacers.
face.
Turner's checked in for Stoudemire. And it's C.J. Miles in for Monte.
Oops.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but
I
they're
guess I
starting
wasn't
to
ready.
turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid
I
is.
don't think I've ever seen that happen before.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with
Bonk.
their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made on the assist. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking
Whoa.
even further.
And Moore
Ooh,
kicks
there's
to
a nice
Miles.
cut. Whoa,
And
whoa,
that is
okay.
good. Miles has got 5 points so far.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes
Where
the
am
game
I
easy
going?
and fun to watch.
Crowder with it. Out defended by Freak. Oladipo right side. Pacers with the rebound.
Mine.
Moore's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Dishes it to Miles.
Oh, wow. Snuck that one in there.
Miles has got 4 this quarter.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Well, there's no lack of range in this. The leading three-point shooters among the ranks of the NBA's big men the last month. Freak, #1.
Well, he has such a phenomenal touch from long range for a player at any position. Forget about just
I don't know
among
why
the
I'm
big
guarding
men.
Adams
Yeah, and
that
that makes him one of
close.
the more challenging matchups
line.
that any defense is going to face. I mean, who do you put on him?
Little bit of
Perimeter
space.
defender
Oh!
or a low post guy? It's really a conundrum. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
All right.
Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at Indiana. And that is
Magic
surprise,
are lurking
really, to see
around.
them sitting there in the #1 spot in the
I don't think
conference.
they'll
An
catch
excellent brand of basketball.
I know they won't
Putting
catch
on
them.
display lately has been terrific. And of course the Magic, 3 spots below.
I think for the Pacers, they look like a team on a mission. We knew coming into this season that they were going to be one of the teams to beat, They've done nothing to change anyone's mind about that.
That's for sure. I mean, expectations were high for these guys, and they've more than lived up to the hype.
Here's Mack. He's guarded by Hill.
Doop, doop, doop.
Mack, the pass to Zeller.
Dribble the ball, show.
And the shot is long.
And you know what?
Finally.
He's not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally
Lull
on
me
him,
to sleep.
He has not been an asset for his team.
And it's
Oh! We should have made that pass a little quicker.
Here's Mack. Passes it to Zeller. With 1 on the clock, and that's
nice, Turner, nice.
Down the stretch to end the quarter, and the first half is now in the books. Pacers lead by 14, and a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
The only accurate way to describe your interior defense was dominant. Were you looking to set a tone with all of those block shots?
Oh. I was supposed to be talking.
Set tone like that. Our goal every game is to make the other side fearful of coming at us on offense. I'm pretty sure we accomplished that in the first half tonight.
You made them work for everything. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
14-point lead at half. Not bad. Yeah, you know, the Magic haven't been much of a fight. They changed their team up a little bit from last year. Obviously, the trade, you know, trading Harris for Gay really hasn't helped them much.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Just a dominant.
Tides have finally turned in this brief little rivalry.
Just tearing them to shreds when he gets it inside.
Yeah, and getting it to him is the only hard part, fellas. I mean, once he has it, he's automatic. Forget about it. He can do work down there.
Moore, he's in at power forward. Ellis is out there with Hill. Then it's Turner. And it's George in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. The drive by Ellis. Drops one in from the wing.
Nice.
Ellis has got the lead up to 14 now for the Pacers. The Magic shooting 41% for the game.
Could still have used my screen.
Lowry against Hill. Lowry dishes to Gordon. Can't get it to go.
Give me that.
That time from Moore.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And Oladipo has it in the corner. Here's
Whoops.
Gay. Laid in with a nice touch off
Let's
the
time
glass.
that jump a little bit.
Gay's got his third basket of the night right there. Indiana leading by 12.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. The Pacers have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6. Free throw drops for Hill.
Get offensive rebounds. Big fat ass.
Checked in.
Oops.
Both free throws good from Hill. Here's Lowry. He's playing a pretty good role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
All right, I can protect the paint.
Kevin, I was able to hear the
I'll boost that grade a little bit up. A little bit up. Yeah, a little up. There. Blah, 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 blah.
Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
All right, Doris. 6 to shoot. It's Gay on the wing. Defended by George. No good from the left block.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots
Whoa!
being close.
The Magic trail by 14.
Hard pass
It's
off
tipped.
the backboard. All right, off the side of the backboard.
And Oladipo kicks to Lowry. Back to Oladipo. To the right side.
Oh, so many
And it's
mismatches.
Lowry penetrating. Rebounded by Moore. Moore's got
But we
rebound
still
number
win.
9 now. What an effort here tonight.
Get the ball inside.
Gay against Land.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
The pass to Moore. Shot from 16.
Now,
Indiana again missing. For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. And so he earns a trip to the line.
I was
Officials
not
saw
on
the
fire
contact
enough to
and
try
he'll
to make
shoot
that
2.
shot.
The Magic shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And
Ooh,
75%
yay,
of the
A+.
season as a unit from the free throw line.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have
I can see
improved.
my offensive
And Orlando
struggles
making
against
a
the
change
Magic
here.
have still
Kazanya's
continued.
checked in.
Or
From
still,
long
or I
range
should
court,
say, are still
small forwards
continuing.
on this list have been on target for the past 10 games, leading their position in field goal percentage. Paul George on top.
And when you've got a player like him who can shoot that efficiently on the perimeter, it gives you a remarkably
Just need to
dependable
work a little in the
option
post.
every time down the floor.
Boy, does it ever. I mean, he's a marksman from anywhere on the court. And it doesn't hurt that he works nonstop to get himself open either. I mean, he's constant motion out there.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. And the
That
Pacers lead
helps.
by 14.
I mean,
And
it
just a
doesn't give
step
me any
ahead
points, but
of the D in that possession there, making
moves the
pass.
offense.
Nice assist.
A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Another miss. by
sometimes it's
Orlando.
just what you need.
Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it. than
Ah!
Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But
Get
anyway,
that ice cold
everybody's
ring
been
pretty
involved
soon
in this
here.
offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
Rudy Gay playing very well. 10 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel.
Oh!
Those are important
Miss.
points nonetheless.
About to say, yeah, make that 6 points at the free throw line.
Orlando also making some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Vucevic. Jay
It's still
Crowder
5
comes in
points.
For Aaron Gordon, and Max subbed in for Kyle Lowry. They set the pick. .135 left in the third quarter. Shots good by Gay.
Yep.
Pacers leading by 13.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Lynn kicks to Moore. Gay comes over with a double team. And there's the 3-second
Yep.
violation.
And there's 3 seconds because
Over
I
the last
can't
month,
get
let's see how
past
the
anyone.
Magic performed in the NBA statistics. Second in opponent field goal percentage. Third in opponent points per game. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
And they've been outstanding defensively, as you can see from that ranking in opponent field goal percentage. They get
Still
after it and
cannot
make
figure the
everything
Magic
a
out.
challenge.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Turner comes in for Dwayne Dedman, and it's Adams in for Paul George. Kazanya, Moore with the block.
Take that, though.
Adams outside. A steal. Here's Kazanya. Passes to Crowder. Some nice ball movement by the Magic.
Wow.
And he gets it to go. Kazanya's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Then the pass to Turner, and he goes
Oh,
strong
that
with the
works.
one-handed jam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's
Man,
capable
Turner's
of those
outplaying me right
memorable
now.
dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got
I mean, that's
a lead
good, 'cause
like that, why not? Take
someone's
a
gotta
few
step up
chances.
with
A lot
my
more
garbage that's on the
engaging
court.
and entertaining than just doing the
Well,
old
offensively,
pull-up
that
one-hander.
is.
Lasagna's shot is off. Pacers leading by 13.
Got it. Get the ball inside.
Lynn kicks to Moore, and it's blocked by Adams. And now Orlando on the break.
Should have gone up for a dunk.
Here's Mack. Feeds it to Zeller. Good work defensively by Turner.
Hate playing against the Magic.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Zeller's gone just 2 for 8 from the field. Right there at 25%. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Lowry out there with Victor Oladipo.
Whoa!
And it's Hazonia in at the 3, the small forward.
Tackled there. Vucevic looking for a piggyback ride.
Moore outside, kicks it to Turner. Looking for George, he gets it there. Shot clock at 5, pass to Moore. Tries from 16, and it's Gay with the rebound.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly, that's the right
I
look.
can't even get the
decision was
16-footer
good,
to
he just
drop
didn't
anymore.
Lowry kicks to Vucevic. Can't cash in from close range. Indiana leading by 13. To the paint. It's stolen by Lowry. Gay left side. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And that's 15 points for Gay.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field. Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Outside, George. He dishes it to Moore. To the middle. Here's Turner. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Had such a nice start, too. 5 points right off the bat. Like the first couple minutes, and I've scored 6 since. In fact, I don't think I've scored a single point in the second half.
Gordon with it. Out defended by Freak. Knocked away. Stolen.
Oh, well, that's about to change.
Here's Moore. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. Rudy Gay showing
Shame we
he can
couldn't
set
come
a
up
nice
with that
screen,
loose
too.
ball. And had another fast break dunk. Oh, run the fast break. Okay, can do.
And a change for the Pacers. Moore's checked in. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Aaron
All right,
Gordon.
that was unnecessary.
Jay Crowder comes in for Rudy Gay. Lasagna, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Kyle Lowry. So for the Magic, Gordon comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And it's Lowry in for Shelvin Mack. The Magic trail by 13. Lowry up top. He's guarded by Hill. Back to Lowry.
Defense. Defense. Defense.
A step back shot here. The Pacers pull it in.
And they've controlled.
At least my rebound game is strong.
That's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Yeah, they brought the sandpaper edge to their attack, really fighting and scrapping inside. A lot of grit and grind with these guys.
More up top. 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Turner. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Those defenders look like they're out of
Go ahead and double team me. I keep doing that.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Lowry drives in, and it's sent back by George. 1:33 left in the 4th quarter. And stolen by Zeller.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Pacers.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shots.
Yeah, there we go.
Here, this will take them to 28 wins.
And this will be their
Some
third
late
win
scoring.
in 3 tries
Some
against
scoring
these guys.
nonetheless.
They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I'd have to believe the sweep will be in order.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Freak. And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Clock at 6. And it's George.
Oh, it ran too
Not
far.
The best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but
Oh, at
his
least they get an
teammates
extra
probably
point
have
here.
other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Here's more, and 2 free throws coming up.
All right,
as he
I'll
misses
take
that
that.
one, drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's good from Moore.
Get some garbage time points, basically.
Keep it up.
Pad those numbers a little bit.
And so Moore nails both of them.
More so my points per game doesn't
2
take too
seconds
drastic
separate
of
the
a
shot
drop.
clock and game clock. Picked by Humphries. They set the screen. Here's Mack. 6 on the shot clock to the left wing. From 13, and it's Orlando with another.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
No,
So no problem
I'm
for
going to get that
Indiana
off in
as
time.
They get the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Freak.
Hey, still got player of the
Big
game.
spark with his offense in the paint. He worked non-stop to establish position near the bucket, and that was a
Well, I
good
did
look
have
for
a
them.
lot of
The
blocks,
D has
18
all
points,
sorts of
15
problems
rebounds,
trying
6
to deal with
assists,
him
5 blocks.
Just a sensational
Yeah,
performance.
that's good
on a
stat
lot of
stuffing
levels.
night.
I mean, too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show. But not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal,
Yeah, Magic just don't put up the same fight they used to. Funny how a couple changes to the roster can impact them that way. These games used to go right down to the wire. And maybe they'll kick it in an extra gear in the playoffs. Maybe. But obviously they're not the same since, they were the number 2 seed last year, I believe. Yeah, they were. They're hanging around in 4th and 5th place now. Do 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 do. Let's see. January 5th of the year 2020. How time has flown. That little extra VC here. Wow, I didn't think that shot was actually going to go in. Yep, should have left it. Do 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 do. Do do boo do 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 boop boo boop boo boop boop boop. Alright, here we go. Last game of today's edition of the Short Morning Sports Stream.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports.
Nice tie, Shaq.
In this game, we'll see the Indiana Pacers against the Boston Celtics. Taking a look at the Celtics, just one win over the last 7 games. They're not happy with how they're playing, looking to make amends tonight. And the topic here prior to tip-off, so many teams in the league going up-tempo these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game, why you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup game, you ever go to a park game, no one's stopping play and calling plays. They're going up and down. The big fella Shaq, when he first came into the league, the first thing I saw was him grab the ball coast to coast in the All-American game. That's what players want to do and people want to see.
You know, that was a great example, Kenny, but towards the end of my career and most of my career, I was honestly more of a half-court player. I was pretty fast for my size, but my strength was my biggest edge. In the half-court, barbecue chicken alert. I had to put that work in, Ernie.
That about wraps it up for here. Thank you for joining.
I would have loved to see later in his career Shaq try to run coast to coast. I think he did attempt it a couple times. Yeah, definitely became more of a half-court player.
Presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. In the last
Paul
2 innings for
Millsap?
these two teams, the Celtics were handed a loss when they went up against the Pacers.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game.
Oh!
They were pressing, just couldn't get anything to go on the
It is
offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and guys, once they
New
got
look Celtics here.
downward, there seemed to be no way
It's
to
like
get
all
out.
draft
All
picks.
their offense went to pot.
I've got a chance here to set the floor.
Millsap's the
Courtesy
only
of Gatorade.
player I
All three
recognize
men
on
ready
this.
to go.
Oh, well, Isaiah Thomas is still
On the
there.
court for the Celtics, Paul Millsap out there with Dawson. Then it's Thomas, and it's Aldridge in at
Most
the
of these
two-guard
are
spot.
draft picks and computer-generated
Ellis
players.
outside.
Celtics got a facelift.
Count it from 12. Ellis has got his first bucket of the night. Thomas with the ball. He's coming off a 19-point game against Cleveland.
And don't forget his unbelievable steal total in that game. I mean, almost to the point they didn't want to bring the ball.
Three-point shooters, that's for sure.
Now here's Aldridge. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
And George, here we go. Pass to Moore.
No. Oh.
The shot's good on the
I
assist
thought I
by
was
George.
throwing it first. It's like, oh, I haven't, and I haven't got a wide open shot.
Last game for the Celtics, it was a loss to Cleveland.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became.
And then the
very
panic
difficult
begins
to
of
come
trying
by.
to shoot the
And
ball
ironically,
or the
their
defense
play
recovers.
wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
Off target from outside. The Pacers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. There's the pick. And it's Hill penetrating. Tries it from 9. And good.
Nice
As
shot.
it just snugs right down through the net.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Thomas dishes to Millsap. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Nope.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face.
Try harder than that.
Let's send it out to DB, who caught up with head coach Brad Stevens. Doris?
His biggest concern seemed to be how to contain Monte Ellis
Ooh,
on
nice
the
behind the
offensive
back
end.
pass.
He said, quote, no matter where he is on the floor, he is a threat to score because he can get into the lane whenever he wants. We'll just have to try and get the ball out of his hands on the offensive end. We'll see if they can do just that.
Thank you, Doris.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had.
Double screen option.
George on the wing. Drills the three-pointer. George has got himself going with the
Hey,
triple.
Mr. Rai.
First basket
Yeah,
of the
just a
game.
little bit.
You
This
really
is
can't
the
allow
last
him
game
too
of the
many open
stream.
looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Millsap a screen. The drive by Aldridge. The second chance effort, and it's Millsap laying it in.
And that
Lost my
putback
box out
about
on
as
him.
easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Now here's Moore. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
And of course, you cannot forget just how dominant his shot blocking was in that game. Just changed the entire complexion.
Celtics are kind of a tough matchup here.
Thomas kicks
Got
to
themselves a
Millsap.
new good roster.
That one comes up a bit short.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Indiana shooting their first free
Okay,
throw
I'll take
attempt of the
that.
night.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season.
Where
I mean,
is
confidence
the
is there, and so too are the results.
Catching up on the changes now for Indy.
What's that? Get my computer plugged in. There we go.
Indiana. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Turner. C.J. Miles comes in for George. Adams, he's checked in for Ellis. And it's Jeremy Lin in for George Hill. Now here's Adams. There's the bucket, good.
And that's another assist.
Bowl him
for a team
over.
that's putting
No
on the
big
clinic
deal.
On how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Indiana. It's stolen by Adams. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter.
A few more familiar
Over to the left
faces
wing.
on this bench
And a
squad
wide
for
open
him.
look for Freak. That one wide left.
I didn't see that.
Including
miscoming.
my
I mean,
brick.
He's usually been money from that range.
There's
Here's
Bradley.
Foul on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And here
Solinger.
on the 2K leaderboard are the teams with the quickest hand.
Who is 41? Lu Feng! Oh, Thomas Robinson.
In the league. Third spot. The
Oh,
Celtics.
that's the hope.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
All free throws good from Avery Bradley. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. Out to the right wing. Here's Moore. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. And that's now 7 points for Freak. Thomas passes to Sullinger.
And really, these are some of the toughest
God, it's
calls
offensive.
an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
All really depends on health and
From
Hoiberg.
Sullinger. Pacers leading by 3. Outside, Lynn. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter.
Whoa, Lynn!
As the Celtics gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys.
Wild on that one.
Celtics trail by 3. Now here's Thomas. He has 5. There's a screen by Robinson. They double in with Freak.
Almost had that.
Lynn against Thomas. Got a piece of it. Clock at 4. Teardrop shot. Rebounded by Moore.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
That is good. Miles has got his first points of the game.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
They've been making some
Yeah, well,
really
we
nice
had a
passes
playoff
out there.
team
Excellent
on
passing. That
paper
could set
last
the
year,
tone
and
for the rest of the
we
game.
missed it.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
More in at power forward. C.J. Miles and Paul George are the wingmen. Jeremy Lin is out there with Stoudemire. So that's the
Bench
group
is a
out there
little
for
better
Indiana.
than last year.
Pass to Aldridge.
So much the starting five, the bench is a little improved.
It's rebounded by Indiana. Moore's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's
Whoa, nice spin.
Shot is off. Good D
Shame he
by
couldn't
Sullinger.
finish that.
Celtics trail by 5. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic delivered quite a performance. He had 18 points, and as always, piling up rebound after rebound as well. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's one
it's
that we'll be talking about
KD
here
going to the
for a
Warriors
long
is
time.
just LeBron going to the Heat all over again, except Durant's doing this time. I mean, it's clear that he's chasing after that championship,
Bradley's got 5 points.
that championship ring, and I think really LeBron kind of set the pace for that.
The screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. Here's where
He wasn't the first to form a big three. Obviously, that was, really, in the modern era at least, I would say the Celtics, with Garnett, Allen, and Pierce.
Top half of the league. Not bad.
And you look at all those steals. I mean, they play an in-your-face, aggressive style of defense. Even advancing the ball can prove to be a challenge, and they tend to feed off of that.
Ellis, he's checking
But
for
yeah,
the Pacers.
I mean,
Hill comes in
good for him.
Jeremy
I hope he wins a championship with the Warriors. But
George dishes to
maybe he
Stoudemire.
pulls the LeBron, goes back to
Rebounded by the
OKC,
Celtics.
and then wins a title there
As
for him.
jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fin guys off.
It's a LeBron James path. All the rage these days.
Ellis goes in. Shot from the low block. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
But I will say,
Celtics trail by 6.
one or two key injuries
Bradley with the
to
ball.
that team,
Picked
and
up
it
by
could
Ellis.
derail that entire season.
Bradley kicks to Millsap. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
76% on the season from the foul line.
And the first one drops. The Pacers making a change here. Turner's checked in. Both free throws good for Millsap. Indiana leading by 4. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Yeah, well, they burn LeBron James jerseys. They're burning Dwayne Wade jerseys. People just take any opportunity to stupidly throw away money by burning the jerseys.
Hill passes to Turner.
A bunch of crybabies.
Ellis against Aldridge. Ellis dishes to Moore.
You didn't see me burning a Derrick Rose jersey when he left. In fact, really, I didn't see too much of that.
That doesn't go either for George. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since
a lot of stories on Durant and
Aldridge against Ellis.
Wade and that, and of course, like I said, when LeBron did it,
tie it up as that one misses.
I don't remember seeing too much on Rose.
Just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Chicago's just classy.
Millsap's against Turner. That's tipped.
What the heck just happened?
And they're on the break. Goes up the baseline. That's good. Aldridge has got the game tied up.
Wow,
here for
they're
Boston.
right back in this.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Hill kicks to Moore. Left side, George. And he gets it to go from the corner. George has got 5 points so far.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest
I
of the
don't
team.
know. I
He's a
guess
fallback
Miami
option
was
whenever they
hoping the fact that he would finish his career there, much like Kobe did with the Lakers. Played one team his entire career. But now he's left to, more than likely, finish his career off in Chicago. I don't know. It doesn't take much for people to get butt hurt today.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Pacers. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Indiana out in front, leading by a point. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
I guess they feel betrayed by his choice to leave Miami for Chicago. Really, for, I mean, honestly, it seemed to be for the money reason.
Yeah, the game is simple when you make the extra pass, when you play the right way.
But, you know, Wade's always said that it's been a childhood dream of his to play for the Bulls since, I mean, it is his hometown. I mean, he's from the Chicago area. Yeah, I don't know. I don't try to understand people these days.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams
riots
battling
galore.
hard through the first half. Paul George really making a difference here.
Just a quality performance, and you know, we do expect to see that from him, and he's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good this guy
running the and one.
And Greg, you know how it was as the marked man when you were playing on great teams in your past. It's hard to perform when everybody's locked in on you. To be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, that's impressive.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens
Well,
got
I
on the
think I
floor.
do have a
We've got Paul Millsap. Isaiah Thomas out there with Dawson.
Derrick Rose jersey, if I remember right.
Outside, George.
Sorry, going back to that topic. I think I have one. Yeah.
This game has a lot of
I think the only Bulls jersey I actually have.
You know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action.
Well, guess I gotta go burnt.
A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
Here's Millsap. And the shot is good.
Lucky shot.
The front of the rim. Millsap's got the lead up to 1 now for the Celtics. Here's Hill. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. It's deflected.
And that's going to continue.
And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. Dawson gets the bucket.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
I got to get my game going here.
They always love seeing him at the end of those breaks.
7 points. This is worse than the Magic.
It's George on the wing. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
I'm sure you can find one.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
Imagine it can't be that hard to find.
Thomas inside. He's guarded by Hill. And the call will be
Whoa!
George Hill.
George Hill going all kung fu there. See that again. He thought he was in a martial arts tournament instead of playing the game of basketball.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Aldridge. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And with room like that off.
Coming in 2020, George Hill stars in the new Karate Kid.
All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And Freak throws it down. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead and then the other one storms right back.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes.
All right, here we go. This is looking a little better.
In the breakaway lane. And now a 3-point Pacer lead.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Here's Dawson. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Dawson's got 4 points this quarter.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
We gotta be more physical.
Well, I hope I didn't skip any coaching objectives.
Scoring first-year players in the NBA for the past 10 games. Bradley's checked in for the Celtics. For Indiana, they've gotten 4
If I did, oh well.
80% since the break. And George, here we go.
Ah, George, why? Why is there a need to dribble through or into 3 defenders?
Feeds it to Bradley. Dishes to Thomas. Millsap a screen on George. Thomas passes to Millsap.
Get that out of here! Don't you turn it over again?
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against the Magic.
Proficient in that
Jokic.
game at the offensive
Don't-
end of the floor. I mean,
don't
their
get in the
passing
way.
was dynamic and their shot
Jokic.
selection was superb.
You do those two things hand in hand.
And just
Greg,
mix
you know
up
the
Nurkic
result.
and Jokic
Move the ball
there.
like they did and take smart, good shots. You're coming away with a lot of wins.
Now,
Save yourself a poster.
6 on the shot clock.
Oh no.
Thomas dishes to
Oh, that's
Millsap.
not good.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Turner could have done a little bit of a better job there with help defense.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Here's George.
Nice!
And a resounding dunk.
He is an automatic
That's how
finisher
you
when he
do
gets
it.
into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team.
Whoop.
He said their plan
Get
was
off the
run their
bench.
offense through Freak. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Those
Oh, well,
proved
that was a
crucial
lovely
changes
shot, and I
to
love
their
how we went
strategy
right
this
through the
game,
ref.
getting ready
Just
to
phased
enter
through
the
him.
stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
Up the butt and out the pee hole. Ooh.
The free throw's good from Sullinger.
There's something you really didn't need to think
For
about.
Indiana, they've gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Freak sets a screen for Ellis. An easy layup. after coming off the
Sullinger.
tip. Ellis has got 6.
And they are attacking.
Trying to
the
throw
rim
on the brakes
and
there.
getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Outside Robinson. Here's Sullinger. The shot is off. So
Short.
The Pacers will take it the other way. 1:30 left here in the third.
Yeah,
quarter.
I know. I need to step
From
it
the
up.
arc. Here's Dedmon. And good
Seems a
work
lot
on the
tougher
boards
than
to
what I
pick
thought
up the
they
second
would
chance
be.
Points. And now a 5-point Pacer lead.
Orlando Magic always put me in a funk shooting wise.
Thomas, he's got 7. Over in the corner, Sullinger. Sullinger a screen on Ellis. Bradley drives in, and there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Adams, he's checked in for Ellis. Bradley kicks to Sullinger. That's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Shot is good. Sullinger's got 6 points. Pacers leading by 3.
That's funny.
Here's Lynn. Here's Adams. A 3-pointer, no good.
Oh!
Rare
How are you gonna get that?
miss such an open look.
And it's
It
Miles
must not be
with the
as
rebound.
much of an
Pacers have
Achilles
gotten
heel
8 of
for
their
you as
11
they are
shots
for me.
dropped since the break. A great 3rd quarter for them offensively. The 3. Yes. And an
Rattles
assist
it
from
home.
Lynn. Lynn's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Sullinger the screen. Lynn with the steal. Here's Miles. That misses off the backboard.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. It's been a good one.
That's okay. I'll take over the 4th
All
quarter
right, we
here.
welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. 4th quarter should be good. Pacers leading by 6. Moore, he's in at power forward. C.J. Miles and Paul George are the wingmen. Turner is out there with Jeremy Lin. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
And that set them apart today,
Millsap
guys.
just
Their
won't
success
go away.
with the mid-range.
Shoot.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense
Lobbing
has given
away
them,
like a
and
fly.
they've really made the most of it.
Thomas passes to Millsap. Here's Thompson.
Artie Tiggs for
But they
3.
recover it.
That's shenanigans.
Millsap kicks to Dawson. Thomas against Land. Outside Thomas. Shot clock at 3. Second chance shot. Rebounded by Moore.
Woo!
Moore's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Thomas against Land. And he was fouled.
Oh, nice and one.
Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Sounds good.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not
Ah,
a
well,
soft
good for you.
foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Monte Ellis, he's checked in for Indiana. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Indiana.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Told you sometimes people have
but
late
they also
growth
never
spurts.
seemed to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
Thomas dishes to Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 3rd assist on the night.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Here's Moore.
Get in there. Nice.
Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the
You
bench.
never know.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Freak. 8 rebounds and 2 rejections. What a force he's been in the paint.
Genetics are a weird thing.
Into the air, Clark, so often blocking shots and getting rebounds.
Hill, he's checked in for Indiana.
Love when people come in and advertise other channels without my permission.
Hi guys, over that break I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his
That
team.
gets you a
He
timeout.
let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Do. Come on, Paul. Come on, Paul, what you got?
And Moore kicks to Ellis.
Oh!
Moore passes to Ellis. Nice D
Ellis
from
ran
Aldridge.
his defender right into me. I was running right to the basket
He's
for a
going to knock
dunk.
those down when he is that open.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Take that.
And here is Hill.
Let's get the ball inside.
Moore outside. Kicks to George. Scores the bucket.
Nice
7
shot.
for 11 and continues to look good.
I mean, he was great in his last game. Clark, and
That's true.
clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
Ellis against Aldridge. Millsap a screen. Aldridge dishes to Thomas. Outside Aldridge. Back to Thomas. Here's the three.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me.
Artie.
Out of sorts.
He's so
if you will.
mean.
Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
Here's Indiana. They're on a 10-2 run here. At the elbow, it's Freak. Down low. And Turner the bucket on the assist.
That'll
for
work.
Moore. And the Pacers lead by 16.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Millsap kicks to Thomas.
That's going to be
And he
too
banks in
easy.
the layup.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance,
Uh-oh.
you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular
No!
situation. But I tell you what, he didn't look
Look
like
at
he
that
was out of his
defense.
element at all right there.
Outside, George. They set the pick. Pick up by Hill. Inside, Moore. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. 16 points for Freak.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys.
Well,
He is not
just
wasting
keep
any
dreaming and
chances.
working. Maybe you'll
Well, I
get
say,
there.
Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
And good on the basket. Book it.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Sellinger's checked in for Paul Millsap.
Pass it to me.
1:46 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Inside.
Whoops.
Bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass.
Try not to
far off
pass
the mark.
I should have made.
1:39 left in the fourth. Celtics trail by 13. Thomas with the ball. The 10-footer. That one off the back iron and out.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
That shot wide open. 18 points for
Go.
Freak.
And so just rolling to the finish
Yeah,
line
definitely
now
going to
in
be
what has been
more
a
mentally
very
prepared for a
confident-looking
tougher challenge.
performance. for the
against
Pacers.
the Celtics team. I didn't realize they had Paul Millsap.
Field goal percentages. The other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? It's got to be frustrating to shoot so poorly when the other team is on fire.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this
I
squad.
just never
And
really
believe
adjusted
you me,
at
they'll be
any point in the
gunning for
game.
sweep in that third meeting.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game.
It's my
it
own
was
fault.
For Freak. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Boston, no good that time either. And he makes no mistake on the
And a couple of garbage time points, though.
Run to seal the deal.
Those stats
Yeah,
up
and
a
now
little
let's
bit.
just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
And Thomas, here we go. And the foul on Miles Turner.
Oh, Turner. Well,
Second foul of the game.
that's going to do it for me in this game.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This game may not have been the most.
Well, not bad. 20-10, 7-1 and 3. Good stats. Another good stat
Well,
stuffing night.
Congratulations on the win. What did you have to be conscious of coming into tonight's game?
I mean, we knew this is a team that you can't, take for granted. They play hard. So we had to, step it up, execute offensively, and, stop them from scoring.
All good things. Paul, thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
So I'm probably still more than likely going to get player of the game.
Hey,
Even
y'all,
on
Ray
off
Johnson
nights, I'm
here,
just
along
that
with Kenny
good.
Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was.
Oh,
good.
I'm sure.
You rarely
Sounds
see
like
a
some good
performance
debates
like this
there.
with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
There was no shortage of points in the paint for him tonight. He was doing his thing, using his big body to create space and make easy baskets for his
By the way, I
teammates
should
and
mention, if
himself
you do want to
inside.
hear
When he got his
more
hands on it, he
more
didn't
of
mess
my
around.
thoughts on the Bulls signing
And
Dwayne
folks, that's
Wade,
it for us. Thank you
I
for tuning
talked
in.
about
Always
it
a
at the
pleasure.
beginning
For Kenny
of
the
this
Jet
stream.
for
So
Shaquille
if you
O'Neal,
want
this
to
is
check
Ray
out the
Johnson.
video later on YouTube, or you can do it right now if you go to the past broadcasts section in that. But yeah, I talked more about it there at the beginning, or near the beginning of the stream. I think it might be a little bit into the first game. Oh, I got the Alpha Dog badge back again. Yeah, I figured I'd throw that out there because I know I kind of just blew over the topic really quickly, didn't really go into much detail, mostly because I had done that earlier in the stream. So, yeah, if you want to check out my thoughts, feel free. And either, like I said, wait till it's uploaded on YouTube later, or just go to the past broadcast and watch it after this. League lowering 2017-2018 cap projection by $5 million. Ooh. Warriors could have issue retaining stars. Yeah, they could. Just skip through this practice really quick and then wrap things up for today. That last attribute upgrade. Well, not last. I still have many more to go. So I guess, yeah, I think because they had projected it to be like $110 million increase. So I guess it's 105 now. Still a big jump regardless. A big new fancy TV deal really setting it in, bumping it up. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they meld together. But if it works, that's going to be a tough team to beat. Already love like the 2K17 memes and that saying that if you use the Warriors, you're gonna get kicked out of my house. I'd abide by by those rules. No Warriors! Ooh, defender, rebounder up, athlete. You know what? Boost athlete. 96 overall. I'd definitely say they'll win at least 60 games. Like I said, as long as they remain healthy. An injury could derail all that, but if they stay healthy, I don't think they'll have any problem getting to 60 games. 82-0! I don't think that's going to happen either. Alright, so that is where we are going to wrap it up for this edition of the Short Morning Sports Stream. Pick things up again probably Tuesday. I'm probably not gonna stream Monday. I've got to fill in for work, so probably not gonna get a stream in on Monday, either in the morning or in the afternoon, mostly because just the hour changes and that, as usual, you know, the usual past routine of me helping out and filling in at work. So yeah, probably not gonna do any streams on Monday. But will be definitely on Tuesday through Thursday, and I think it should be a normal week. Hopefully there won't be any random power outages like there were this week that caused me to miss pretty much all of yesterday, except for that 1 hour of Overwatch I managed to get in. Let's see here, but yeah, I think other than that, I can't think of anything else going on Tuesday through Thursday, so I honestly think it should be a normal week, but of course, as always, if anything pops up, I will let you know on Twitter. Still got the afternoon stream today, though, and I'll be back in Overwatch, at least trying to be in Overwatch, again, crossing fingers that no more random power problems. But I'll be back in Overwatch doing some more of the competitive mode, so that's what'll be coming up as part of the afternoon stream today. Oh, excuse me, couldn't hit the mute button on my mic fast enough there. So, alright, Mr. Rai, we'll see you. Yeah, thanks for jumping in again, and you have yourself a good day. See you whenever you decide to jump in next. So, let's see here. Oh, running down everything else. Twitter @4moresports, YouTube, youtube.com/DSA-DeathAndy589. You can find links in the channel info section or in the description area, depending on where you're watching. If you are watching later on YouTube, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a good old thumbs up. And, of course, if you'd like to help support the stream, you can do so by donating to the stream. You can follow me here on Twitch and continue to come back and watch yourself. That's the big one right there. Or you can simply help out by sharing the stream, friends, family, whoever. Any of those methods are greatly appreciated. Any of them would be a big help. Let's see here. Before I wrap things up, one more note. Again, as usual, throughout the week here when I'm not streaming, I will be hosting Games Done Quick on my channel. So Summer Games Done Quick, the good old SDGQ 2016 event. So please check it out. As I've mentioned before, if you're not familiar with SGDQ or AGDQ or Games Done Quick in general, it's two times out of the year they do these big fundraising events to help benefit different charities and that. So once again, for Summer Games Done Quick, they're benefiting Doctors Without Borders, but it's a bunch of speedrunners getting together in a week-long event, and as I said, raising money for a good cause. So a lot of fun, and it's all for a great cause. So if you're interested in speedrunning, or you've never watched speedrunning before and you think you'd be interested, check it out. You can also find a list of games that's still coming up on their schedule, and it pretty much goes throughout the day. Usually they're like 24-hour streams, so, or at least pretty close to it. But yeah, like I said, it's a lot of fun, all for a great cause. Highly recommend checking it out, but I will be hosting it here on my channel anytime that I am not streaming for the rest of the week and the run-through of the event. I think that covers everything now. So, until the next time you decide to tune in, I will see you at that point. But until then, have a great day, everybody.